Hey everybody, Questwise here, and today I want to do a video that I promised a long time ago and I never really got around to filming. But I was pulling out some of these cards the other day in preparation for a game, and I thought, why not now? No better time than now. What I wanted to do is sort of show you a comparison of the new Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition monster cards and what was one of my favorite products of D&D of all time, the trading card line. This one happens to be from 1991. I believe there was a 92 set and a 93 set, like a gold set or something. They originally were trading cards and trading card packs, and then they began to publish these as a full box set of the entire line of cards. Yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite products. I love, and if you watched any of my videos before, you know that I love chits and bits and little things to add to your game, whether they be cards or tokens or what have you. I love that kind of stuff. The thing that makes me laugh so much, this was $24.95 when it was originally published in 1991. This would probably be like a $60 product today. There are a ton of cards in here. I don't know if it actually says exactly how many cards are in this set. But there's a ton of them, and I just wanted to show you, that was TSR back in those days. Gale Force 9 is now producing these things. Now, they produced the spell cards previously, and I believe there's a pack of weapons and magic items and stuff out there as well, too. But I really like the concept of monster cards because you have not only a way to show your players what the creature looks like that they're fighting, but also the stats on the back for you as a game master. And I wanted to kind of compare and contrast and tell you my thoughts on what I think about the new product as well as the old. Now, like I said previously, the 1991 trading card set was my favorite, and it's still to this day my favorite product for D&D ever. These were baseball card size, as you can see, and we'll take a look at the zombie card here. The set that you could get not only involved monsters, but it had NPCs, it had personalities from the novels and from the game books, from across the spectrum, from Forgotten Realms, Greyhawk, Spelljammer, Dragonlance, Forgotten Realms, or I said Forgotten Realms, sorry, Ravenloft. So a lot of different things. They had magic items, they had monsters, they had characters, all sorts of great stuff. And I loved that. I love it to this day. Every time I actually crack this box open, I want to run back and grab my second edition player's handbook and I want to run a game because this was such an innovative, amazing product that it still to this day excites me whenever I see it. So trading card size, like a baseball card size kind of thing. They're that same texture. They're glossy on the front. They all have artwork from different artists. Everything from Larry Elmore to Keith Parkinson, all the greats, all the things, and they're all things drawn from either the books or a cover of them. They're actually art pieces that were produced for Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition. On the back of it are the full stats. Yeah, I mean the full stats, right? Armor class, THAC0. Yes, this was a THAC0 thing back in 2nd edition. Movement, hit dice, and then a little description about each one as well, too. Very short, very concise. I mean, there are a few monsters in here that probably had more description in there, and I don't know if any of them ever told you, hey, check out the player's handbook or anything, but very short description. So you might have to look some stuff up just in case, you want a full thing. They're all numbered. Like I said, they were collector's things, whatever. This is a great, great product. So when Gale Force 9 decided to come out with their product, I was very excited. Am I still excited? I mean, maybe. I love the concept, right? These are laminated cards. They're about the playing card size, so they're a little bit bigger. I mean, I guess they're the same height. Same width, but a playing card size. They're a little bit more durable because they're laminated. Standard red border on every single one of them. Some of them are are upright. Some of them are landscape, and the artwork is all drawn from various different sources, either the monster manual or some product that they came out in. On the back, same idea, full stats on everything as well too, including where you might find them. It says here Monster Manual page 246, which is nice. Some of those ones didn't do that. I love the fact that this references back to where they can be found and what book they can be found in. Full stats on the back and stuff is there as well too. Challenge ratings, all that kind of great stuff. The thing that I wasn't sure about was these. These are oversized cards. Now this set, the monsters, all the monsters. Well, I should say all the monsters from the Monster Manual. There's challenge levels 0 through 5, and then there's also another box set that covers 6 through 16, which is great. I appreciate that because there's a ton of cards in this box alone. There are 177 cards just in this box alone, and then the 6 through 16 a little bit thinner. But the oversized cards I thought were going to be for large monsters. Not the case. I thought the bigger the monster, the bigger the card. Not so much. It's more of like how many rules the monster has. How complicated the monster is dependent upon the card size. So a Flame Skull, really not any... a Flame Skull, if you look, is challenge level 4. And it's level 4 as well, too. But that's a good example, right? So Orc War Chief, level 4. The challenge rating, Flame Skull, level 4. So it really doesn't have any bearing on the size of the monster. It's how many rules they had to fit on the back of the card. So this is a double-sized card. It is literally the size of 2 normal cards. But it has all the rules on there as well, too. Because, Flame Skull has spellcasting abilities. The Ghost has the same kind of thing. They have different actions and stuff that wouldn't fit on a normal card. So while I appreciate that, it's a little sometimes off-putting when you're like, oh yeah, a dragon's going to have a big card. Nah, most of the dragons actually have a card this size. But nonetheless, I appreciate the quality of these. It's very thick. It's laminated. I feel like if I needed to, I could take a little note on the back here with a dry erase pen. You cannot do those with these. These are like baseball card kind of thing. It would soak in there and ruin the card. The artwork on these is pretty good. I mean, they're all drawn from the different books and stuff, from the official artwork. I don't know. I'm still really drawn to the second edition stuff. I think it was much more... These are very classy, I feel like. They're meant to be trading cards. They're meant to be collectible. These ones not meant to be so much collectible as they were functional. So I think that's a good distinction between the two. I really like these. I really like these cards a lot, but they don't evoke the same emotion in me as the second edition cards do. So when I pull these out, it's more for function. I'm like, okay, I need a Flame Skull in my game. Cool, I got the card here, I got all the rules. When I pull these out, man, it just invokes campaign ideas. It just makes me want to dig through them all and be like, who can I use? What can I do? Kind of thing. And I think that's the main difference. And maybe this is more of a nostalgic kind of a thing for me, where this is more of a functional type thing for me. But they're both very good products. If you are a collector and you and really want to dive back into this trading card set, you can find them on eBay, Abe Books, maybe abebooks.com. There's a few other sources out there. Wayne's Books, Noble Knight would probably have these as well too. And you can find them for usually a pretty fair price. This set that I have here, the cards are in pristine condition. The box is pretty beat up. And a friend of mine grabbed these for me for $15 from a secondhand or Half Price Books location downstate. So it's out there. I highly recommend having these though. These other cards, the current cards. There are ones for some of the different handbooks out there, Xanathar's Guide, that kind of stuff as well too. But these are very functional, not as nostalgic as those, or sort of, at least for me, sort of, imagination and provoking ideas. but very functional. I'm actually running. My birthday party is coming up this weekend, and I am going to use these cards to actually run the game as well too, as well as the D&D Essentials Kit. If you haven't seen my video on the D&D Essentials Kit, go check it out right now. I'm going to be using this in conjunction with the Essentials Kit. Man, it's early in the morning. To run a game of D&D for my friends for my birthday. So until next time, I'm Questwise, and I am out.